Hi you guys, quick video on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. I've had this phone since launch, so probably around 4 months in at this moment, and quickly want to give you my views after 4 months of using the Note 3 compared to my previous phone, which was the Note 2, which you'll have seen in previous videos. Just some views on how I'm getting along with it and how it's actually holding up, how it's wearing, is there any wear from using in the pocket, etc, etc. What I will say, initially when I got the Note 3, same as a lot of people, it took a lot of sort of transitioning going over from the Note 2. The Note 2 was a fantastic phone, and still is. A lot of questions I get asked about Samsung products and other products is, do you get a bit miffed that every so often Samsung's got a new product out which makes the old one obsolete? Well, Samsung's turnaround is usually about a year on each product. What I would say to you, if you're going to buy a Samsung product, a phone or a tablet, try and go for the high-end product, phone or tablet. By doing that, you're going to get longevity out of the tablet or the phone. By that I mean the Note 2. My wife is actually rocking my old Note 2 at the moment. Still as fast as most high-end phones on the market, and it's coming up into its second year of use by most people, and it's still totally capable. And to be honest, we've reached a point with a lot of high-end phones where the processor and the actual way that the phone functions, screen quality, everything is about as good as you're ever going to need with the current versions of Android that we use on our particular smartphones. Right, we'll quickly go around the phone. You can see that this phone is the unlocked European version. You can see the Chrome Samsung logo there. So I've actually bought this device. It's not a contract device. Another thing I would say to you as well, these people who go out and buy, obviously if you buy a contract device it's subsidised, and you get subsidised minutes and calls and etc, etc. Excuse my mad dogs there. From my point of view, you're far better off buying the phone now. This is a €700 phone here in Europe. What you've got to bear in mind, if you buy the phone, the first time you buy it, you're going to have to shell out the money, but every year, if you go on a contract for a phone over a 2-year contract, you're going to be tied into that for 2 years. It's going to have bloatware, it's going to have a logo on the back, you're not going to have the nice fancy Samsung Chrome logo on the back. And all in all, the phone's going to be not as nice as a SIM-free phone that you buy that's got no bloatware on it at all. And what I tend to do with my phones, usually after 12 months, I sell them on and get the latest phone again, and usually you get half your money back. So if you're looking at €700 for an S3, keep it for 12 months. It's costing you about €1 a day to have that phone. When you work that out, you know, it depends what your budget is and how much you're thinking of spending. Most contract phones, when you're factoring in the phone here in Spain and Europe, you're probably looking at a 45 a month contract. Most of that is a factor in of the phone. So again, you're looking at the same sort of money when you take out the actual amount of the factoring in on the phone that is for the device, and you're stuck in a 2-year contract. So it's just as easy to bump it after a year and resell it and get another one. Obviously, if you get it on a contract, there's nothing really to put down, maybe a small amount you put down up front. So in that view, it's easy to get into, but you know, there are ways of doing this. If you put it on a credit card, pay it off monthly over the 12 months, or if you wanted to do it that route, you're going to end up with something similar, and you're obviously going to have a phone that's a far superior phone. Quickly going around the phone, what we look at quickly is the screen quality. Screen is really, really nice. Originally when I got the phone, first month and a half, there was quite a few updates to the phone that got rid of a few niggles, and obviously as an early adopter most people are going to have these problems. You get one in 3 or 4 months down the line, they're going to come off the shelf perfect with the latest software. Totally pleased with the way this phone functions. There's no lag, there's no stutter, everything works perfectly. The S Pen functions are far superior to the Note 2, and all in all, the phone is a really great phone. The camera, the software that's included, everything about the phone's really good. Now what I want to touch on quickly, a lot of people, I see this all the time on YouTube, I've got a Samsung Galaxy S4, I've got the new Note 3, but I hate TouchWiz. There's 2 choices really. You can go out and get a Nexus that's standard Android, or you can get a developer edition phone, the S4 or whatever phone you want to get that's pure Android. For me, TouchWiz, it's not a problem. Previous phones I've had, Samsung phones, I've always put a launcher on. I can't see any real need, unless you're heavily into customization. If you want to use your phone day by day and have it set up how you want to set it up, you know, I can't see any real problems doing this. I'll run another video straight after this showing you how I've actually got my phone set up. It's slightly different on this video. I've put it basically down to how you would have it stock with the icons on the bottom. But if you follow this video and the next one that I'll upload shortly after this, I'll go through how I normally have the phone set up using TouchWiz and how I have my home screens organised in a neat sort of way. So I've got my app drawer similar to you would have on an iPhone or an Apple device. And I've got my screens. I'll quickly go through them on this video, but I'll go in depth on the next one. On my main screen, I've got my weather widget with a clock. It's all one integrated widget. I'll talk about this in the next video. You can see the Google Now's integrated at the top. Go back out of that. It's got the weather as well. You can get into the weather. So all in all, it's fairly neat. Normally on my home screen, I have it set different to this, but again, we'll go through that again. Going from the home screen, if I go left, I've got my calendar, which shows all my calendar icons in a simple format, and then it clicks straight through to S Calendar. The other way, I've got just one pane of folders that I keep everything that I use most of the time on that screen to keep it tidy. The next folder I've got is my Google Now pop-ups that pop up and tell me what's happening on Google Now, or posts that I get, or etc. And then on this page I've got my tweets at the bottom, my TuneIn Radio, SoundHound, and my music player, and that's about it. It's fairly straightforward, fairly simple, fairly organised, but I'll talk about it later in the next video. Anyway, give me your views and thoughts on your Note 3 and how you've been using it, or your S4, whichever Samsung device you're using. Ask me any questions with regards to how I'm getting on with this device. And I'll talk in depth about the way I've got it set up in the next video. Thanks for watching, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll get more videos out to you shortly. Thank you.